Yeah, I think just to experience the track for the first time, really. I've obviously heard so many great things about the circuit from different drivers. I've watched the races here, obviously, many years. But yeah, the previous 2 years, just not having the experience to come here. So, on the calendar this year, both Singapore and Japan, for the first time, they were the circuits that I was, let's say, with the exception of getting my home Grand Prix, the ones that I was most looking forward to. So, I walked the track this morning, and it's a bit different to be there in person than when you're watching it on TV. It's much narrower in places, much more banking as well than I would have thought. I'm quite excited to drive tomorrow. I mean, if it's not a washout tomorrow.
Well, the forecast isn't great for Friday, but let's hope this weekend goes better for you than Singapore. I just want to reflect on what happened in the race with Zhou Guanyu. Can we get your version of events of that incident, please?
Yeah. When I went to the media pen afterwards, I had obviously not seen the incident, so it was difficult to comment on. I mean, at the end, watching all the different onboards, I think, if you're going off the, let's say, the rule book, it's clear he came up alongside me and I didn't leave him enough space. I think the things that were maybe not considered, which is as well maybe one of the frustrations, that I didn't have a chance to go to the stewards because they didn't ever summon me, like normally happens when there's an incident between two drivers, is that, I was taking the same line I was taking every single lap beforehand. And I did actually look into my mirrors both ways. You see from the onboard that I glance both directions. But the problem was just because of the difference in lines, he was driving in the blind spot of the mirror the whole way down to the corner. So in that sense, as drivers, we all know there's a massive blind spot in the car. And again, I did look, so if he's driving in a place where I can't see him, when I do make an effort to look and I just then take my normal line, it's, obviously he ended up being there. But if I can't see him because he's driving in a place where he should expect I can't see him, especially on a street track in the wet. It's tricky. If I would have got penalized anyways in the end, after, let's say, being able to at least give my side of the story, doesn't really make much of a difference, and I would have accepted that. But I guess just not being able to go to the stewards and give my side of the events and give different points that I think weren't considered, that was probably a bit frustrating, especially when we just want, we're always talking about the consistency amongst decisions and penalties and whatnot.
Unfortunate, and best of luck this weekend. Thank you.